I knew if I wanted this to work, I needed to stream every single day for an entire year. So that's exactly what I did. It all started from my room. I knew I had to commit in order for this to work. January 1st, it was just me and my laptop, an Indian kid in New Jersey with the dream to build one of the greatest communities of all time. I used to always look at some of the biggest streamers and thought to myself, man, it would be so amazing to, collaborate with the FaZe guys, collaborate with these people that are averaging thousands of viewers, and I thought, why not me? I streamed for 3 months in a row with 0.5 viewers. I see people complain to me all the time about them not getting viewers, them, streaming for a week, streaming for a month and not getting 1 viewer in their stream. But I streamed for 3 months, 90 days, averaging 0.5 viewers. Twitch couldn't even give me the 1 viewer, but I knew that if I lived in the future and I knew that everything was gonna work out, reality was just gonna catch up. So I did that. Every single day I streamed until I got 1 person. And then that person was with me for a week. Then I had 2 people, and then I had 5. Then 5 turned to 10, 10 turned to 20. I remember my first time hitting 50 viewers in my stream, and I thought to myself, man, if I could have 50 people in this room, if I could have 50 people in my stream, why can't I have 100? If I can have 100, why can't I have 200? If I can have 200, why can't I have 1,000? If you can have 1,000, the world is yours. Talked about the things that I like to talk about, motivation. I made music on stream to 1 person, and it wasn't until my 5th month of streaming. It was my 100th day. It was my 100th day of streaming, and my friends told me that Lacey and Marlon were in Rutgers.
100 days streaming. I came all the way from New York. I was doing a video shoot there. I'm a musician, growing my community on stream. Hey, I know you blew up super quick. I know hella people are saying,
hey, you got 40 people in this bitch. What's going on?
Go crazy, go crazy,
oh,
go crazy.
Shit.
Yo, do you guys have any advice for me? This is 100 day, literally the 100 day.
Keep going, bro. Deadass, you're doing it, bro. Keep going.
I felt like the universe just shined a light in a path, and I went up to them. This was my first time in my life where I seen someone be where I wanted to be. Kind of funny and ironic, but exactly 100 days after I was streaming, I was doing a 24-hour stream, and out of nowhere, I started seeing a bunch of people flood my chat. I ended up having 7,000 people in my stream that night because Lacey rated me with his entire community.
Yo, where the fuck is everyone going? Oh my god! Stop it, I'm about to tweak out! Whoa.
It was then when I had a gut feeling that I should risk every single thing that I work for and take my last $1,000 and move to LA. Me and my cameraman moving to LA with $1,000 to our name, and for no other reason other than me trusting my gut, and we made it happen. Because I really think, bro, driving across the country is like a bucket list item for a lot of people in this world, and we did it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We went to Ohio, we went to St. Louis, we went to OKC, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Las Vegas, and then finally appearing at the Hollywood sign in Los Angeles. It felt like a dream, bro. I've always wanted to, be in LA and live in LA since I was a kid, and to be at that Hollywood sign, but to know that we worked for it was one of the most beautiful things in the world, bro. Now getting to Los Angeles, at this point in my career, during my 365-day marathon, was honestly one of the hardest mentally. I went back down to the dirt and I went back down to the grind, bro. We were couch surfing and we were sleeping in people's cribs every single week, every single week, going to a different couch, knowing that it was gonna work out, bro. But I have to admit, bro, looking back in our LA times, even though it was some of the most struggling times of my career, it was some of the best, bro. We got to do some amazing things, bro. We got to go to the FaZe house during the subathon. I got to perform in front of Kid Laroi. Like, bro, I never thought in my entire life I was gonna get to perform my music in front of Kid Laroi, bro. Next is TwitchCon. I was never the type of person to get booked for headline performances or anything, so I knew that I had to create my own community and do it myself. TwitchCon was amazing because we met a lot of you guys in real life, bro. So many people surprisingly came up to me and, said that, bro, like, you started me on my streaming career. You got me to chase my dream, which was honestly one of the most beautiful things that, like, I could ever hear in my life, bro. To have that impact, but to see it in real life at TwitchCon was amazing, bro. I got to meet so many people that I looked up to. Importantly, we held our own event, bro. Got to headline perform. This was the first time in my life where, like, I was performing and I saw other people, like, sing my song back to me, bro. Like, that's never happened to me in my life. And now we went to LA and the highs wore off, and reality settled in because we actually spent our last Twitch paycheck to throw that UVR event. So we thought we were broke before. We were dead broke this time. At this moment, I remember, bro, my mom calling me in the car, and she called me and she was like, man, like, are you sleeping in your car? And I said, yes, but I said, don't worry about it, we will figure it out. And that's when I had the brilliant idea of renting a shipping container in Skid Row. I spent $150 and I found a Skid Row in the middle of a Skid Row parking lot, and me and my cameraman Wobbles ended up living there and streaming from there every single day. A lot of people may think that I was crazy, and honestly, I was. Looking back at it, we heard gunshots outside, bro, people knocking, homeless men, every single bad thing that you could think of was happening on those streets. But if there's a will, there's a way, bro. And we streamed, and we had amazing guests, bro. We got to be on Black Boy Max's Song Wars in a shipping container. The container was honestly like the hardest living situation, worse than couch surfing that I've experienced. But if there's a will, there's a way, bro. And I wanted to be in LA, and I wanted to prove to my community that we could make this work. And this decision to go to LA was the right one. And I think it was, bro. I know it was. We met so many amazing people. And it was beautiful. We got so many guests to come through to the shipping container. We really tapped in with the underground music scene in LA, all while being in a shipping container. Now comes the end of our 365, and my community blessed me, and they let me spend my last Twitch paycheck on a flight to go surprise my mom and grandma back in New Jersey. And I think it just made sense, bro, to end off the 365 day of streaming every single day in the place where it all started, in my hometown, in my bedroom where I grew up in New Jersey. I remember coming back, and I didn't tell my parents, and I surprised my mom while at a restaurant, and I could tell, bro, it was really emotional, man, because she knows how much I was giving up, you know, with my sanity, with my physical, with my mental, with my finances, you know, to chase my dream and to come back and surprise them, surprise my grandma. It was one of the best things that I feel like I could have done as an Indian son, and it was beautiful, bro. We ended our 365 days in my room. It was one of the best streams of all time, and honestly, bro, I was just so proud that, you know, despite of where we are, despite of, you know, what the numbers say, like, I said I was gonna do something, and I didn't. Jadyn always talks about motivational stuff. Jadyn can't go to LA and make it. Jadyn can't make music. Jadyn doesn't actually make good content. Everything that people say just to show that they are scared of trying themselves. Just to show that they're scared of trying anything in their life. To try taking the first step, bro. And like, you know, I'm blind to the outside noise because I know that my journey, hopefully, you know, is gonna make an impact on one person, for them to decide to take the first step, because that's all I did, bro. And I want to really prove that, like, bro, you can make it out of anything. Like, I didn't have any industry connections, bro. I didn't know a single person. I didn't try, you know, clip farming and doing something that was out of my own morals. I did what I wanted, and I made it from being kind and building a true community off of my passions, bro. And you could do it too, I swear to God. And once we do make it, and we already did, again, reality just needs to catch up. Everyone will see that they could do it too, bro. I love you guys, bro. The UVR community is the best community in the world. The journey is just starting, bro. 365 days is done. 365 days of streaming every single day for the year of 2025 is completed. But this is just the beginning, and I promise you guys, we're going way harder, bro. This is not the end for Jadyn Violet and the UVR. And I'll see you guys soon.